Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm Barbara Stanley Bolin, Commencement Director, and on behalf of the School District of the City of St. Charles West High School, its administration, faculty, and staff, it is my pleasure to welcome you to these 41st annual commencement exercises. Please rise. Please rise as I present to you our district administrators, school board, school administrators, faculty, and the St. Charles West High School class of 2018. Please remain standing, and gentlemen, if you will kindly remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem. Please be seated.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Scott Vocal, the Senior Class Assistant Principal here at St. Charles West. And I'd like to welcome you again to St. Charles West High School for the graduation ceremonies of the class of 2018. Normally, our ceremony would begin with remarks from Dr. Fitterling, our principal and our chief, who is retiring this year after a 35-year career in education, the last 19 of which have been spent here at St. Charles West. Shortly thereafter, you would hear a few remarks from the school district superintendent, Dr. Jeff Marion, who is also retiring this year after a lifetime career in education, the last decade of which has been spent helping to lead our school district. You'll still hear their remarks, but this year, I've been given the opportunity to make a few introductory remarks, and I'd like to start by asking you to join me one more time in recognizing these two educators for all of their efforts to improve the lives of the children in the City of St. Charles School District. They gave me a mic, so now I'd like to speak to you, the class of 2018. You see, I've been told that I like to talk a lot. Thanks, Ms. Perkins. So I'd like to take the next 20 minutes? No? 2? Yeah, we'll see if we can make it 2. The next few minutes to leave you with one last nugget, one last piece of advice from your grade level principal, Dr. Vocal, before you get ready to move on with the rest of your life. Some of you may have heard me say this before, maybe in not so pleasant circumstances, but this is a lesson that all of you should remember as you move forward. And it's really simple. You are what you do, and what you do creates influence over those around you. and that influence contributes to the legacy that you leave behind. I want you to reflect on that today as you listen to the other speakers that follow, because you will hear quite a bit about everything that you have done, which in turn has contributed to the legacy which you leave behind you here at St. Charles West. You are what you do, and shortly that means you will be graduates of St. Charles West High School. But you're not finished. Commencement is just the beginning. I want you to think about who you are, but more importantly, who you want to become. Because after all, you are what you do. For example, who is Dr. Kim Fitterling, and what's her legacy? What has she done over the course of her career and her time as principal at St. Charles West High School? Believe me, it's much more than hall supervision, lunch supervision, game supervision, choir supervision, band supervision. It's much more than any of that. In fact, it's much more than helping to coordinate a senior class prank on me and Mr. Edding and Mr. Williamson, in which you may have creatively decorated our homes late at night. So let's talk about that for just 1 second, because I feel this is important as you move forward. If you're going to do it, you don't use the good stuff. It cleans up way too easily. Dr. Fitterling, this was left. I figured since you helped purchase it, I'll give it that. Oh, Mr. Williamson, you had some left over too? Yeah. Oh, Mr. Edding, you had some too? Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. So did my wife, by the way. Dr. Fitterling's impact can be seen all around you here today. And I guarantee that it has impacted each and every one of you. For instance, the school that you attended for the last 4 years bears little resemblance to the building in which I started teaching in 2001. When I started teaching here, students had to walk single file to make it down the hallways, many of which you could literally touch both walls with either hand. The classrooms didn't have doors. You could literally hear lessons 2 and 3 classrooms down the hall. Walls were more temporary in nature than anything. In fact, I actually had part of a wall fall on a student as he was silently reading in the back of my class. Yeah, that was fun. Shortly into her tenure, however, as only the second principal that this building has ever known, Dr. Fitterling was tasked with the overseeing of significant renovations to St. Charles West, leading to the complete gutting and overhaul of more than half of the building, as well as a majority of the classroom spaces which we utilize today. Her efforts illustrated her attention to detail and her belief that the students at St. Charles West deserved a building that was not only more conducive to learning, but also one that reflected the pride that is present in this community which we serve. You are what you do. When you think of the staff at St. Charles West and you think of that teacher who left that indelible mark on your experience over the last 4 years, understand that there's a good chance that Dr. Fitterling is the reason that that person is here. Over the course of her career, she has hired the majority of the staff currently teaching and working at West, and I'd like to think she's a pretty good judge of character, seeing as she did hire me. And I'm incredibly grateful for that. Dr. Fitterling has been and continues to be an advocate for students focused on the student growth and learning here at West. Over the course of her career, she has encouraged and helped to restructure our course offerings in order to ensure that our students receive the best of both worlds when it comes to their education, attending a smaller high school with a community focus, while also having the opportunities to explore course offerings similar to those found in your largest area high schools. We have added college level, advanced placement, honors level, and PLTW courses. We have also added a number of elective options that allow students to better explore their interests and ensure that their education is well-rounded. She is continuously focused on our ability to help students who needed extra help, exploring ways that we could offer the time needed for those students to receive that assistance within our daily schedule. AIP, tribe time, plus time, whatever you want to call it, that has Dr. Fitterling's fingerprints all over it. Additionally, she has been a staunch believer in celebrating our students' successes as illustrated by our Night of Excellence and our Academic Pep Assembly, two fantastic traditions here at St. Charles West for which she was directly responsible. Again, you are what you do. Personally, I've had the pleasure to work with Dr. Fitterling for the entirety of my career, both as a classroom teacher and as one of her assistant principals. Her coaching has been invaluable to my growth as an educator, and any future success I may have in my career will have been directly influenced by my time working with her. For this, I'm incredibly grateful. More than anything, Dr. Fitterling's career has illustrated that she loves St. Charles West and knows that each and every student that walks through those doors each day deserves and has a right to a top-notch, high-quality education. After all, we are all warriors, correct? So having said all of that, I think it is obvious that our chief leaves behind her quite a legacy. But the most impressive part of her career is not what she leaves behind, but what lies ahead. After all, her legacy, her influence, in part, is seated in front of me and is rooted in each one of your future endeavors. Which leads me back to you, the class of 2018. Remember, you are what you do. Your influence carries weight. Think about your future and what you want to be, who you want to become. Then, go do it. Quoting one of Dr. Fitterling's last messages to the staff at St. Charles West, I'd like to leave you with this, quote, "Remember, the best way to see the future is to create it. Think big and follow through," end quote. You have dreams, you have goals. Now's the time. Go and reach them. If you would, please join me in recognizing our retiring principal, once the chief, always the chief, Dr. Kim Fitterling.
I want to thank Dr. Vogel for his kind words and everyone's recognition today. But that's not why we're here. We're here for the class of 2018. So let's get this party started. Like Dr. Vogel said, I usually start it off, so I'm just going to go with my speech the way it's written, so it might be just a tad redundant. So good afternoon, and welcome to the 41st commencement exercise of St. Charles West High School. A special welcome to our Board of Education, our Superintendent, Dr. Jeff Marion, our Assistant Superintendents who are in attendance today. I would like to recognize our Assistant Principal, Dr. Scott Vogel, Activities Director, Mr. Terry Edding, and Mr. Williamson for their dedication to the students at West. I'd also like to recognize Dr. Chris Jarris, Principal of Success Campus, and Dr. Andrew Stewart, Director of Lewis and Clark Career Center. A special thank you to our commencement coordinator, Ms. Barb Bolin, and her team, including her husband Riley, Mr. Garrett Neese, Mr. Ben Meyer, Ms. Amber Perkins, Ms. Grace Perkinson, and Mr. Nick Saubers. I also would like to personally thank some staff members who work behind the scenes, Ms. Donna Huster, Ms. Kelly Klein, Ms. Sandy Swift, and Ms. Sharon Wards, and our fantastic SCUS custodial staff. I would also like to recognize the Chamber Choir under the direction of Mr. Andrew Scott, and the SCUS Commencement Band, and the SCUS Jazz Ensemble under the direction of Mr. Ben Meyer for their contributions to today's ceremony. At this time, would the faculty and staff please stand? I'm extremely fortunate to have worked with a great team of educators and staff members who, through their love of learning, their passion for the well-being of our students, and their commitment to the students' education, create this great place we call St. Charles West High School. Please join me in thanking our teachers and staff of St. Charles West. Thank you. Well, that brings us to you, the class of 2018. All right, well, this is my last graduation speech. A little bittersweet. Certainly caused me to struggle with the right words, crumple a few sheets of paper, and reflect a little harder. Ultimately, I went back to my English teacher roots to find the right words for you today. Just so you know, at the end there will be a short essay question on theme. So class of 2018, pay attention. Most of you were born in 1999-2000, the same year I came to St. Charles West, putting us on this trajectory of being here together on your high school graduation today. Are you ready for your next chapter? Okay, all right. Turning the page can be scary, but your story doesn't end here. These are not the best years of your life, which is often the sentiment during graduation. Instead, you have found yourselves at the beginning of a new chapter. More is out there for you. You need to go find it. Your story the last 4 years has been about working and studying, practice and playing, and writing the rough draft for what is to unfold next. The characters in your story have come and gone, evolved, or taken a supporting role. And you realize now, as different as you are, as unique as each of you are, you also have a common bond that holds the story together, being a St. Charles West warrior. Because, as Dr. Vogel said, we are all warriors. You knew I was going to say it. As a warrior, you have experienced conflict, both internal and external, as you found your way through academics, relationships, social media, and the complexities of life. It hasn't always been easy. Your plot line hasn't always gone where you wanted it to. And just when you thought you had the resolution, the rules changed. But you adapted and thrived, and your story continued. You made a difference by finding your own way rather than following the crowd, asking questions rather than demanding answers, helping others rather than turning your back, and finding solutions rather than giving excuses. And that is something to be proud of today. So where does your story go from here? Anywhere you decide. After all, you are the author of your story. But I do want to give you some final words of wisdom for you to consider as you begin writing your next chapter. They have served me well. Number one, no matter what you do, you must have an outline, a plan B, so to speak, and you have to work hard. That hard work will get you to the next plot sequence. And if that doesn't work out, there's always a plot twist. So be prepared, have a plan B. Number two, the world is run by those that show up, so be there and be on time. Someone is waiting. Don't be the 3 pages of setting narrative that readers skip. You want to be ready to Answer the door when opportunity knocks. Number 3, be kind. Everyone's house has a crack in the foundation. Don't be the one to drive a truck into it and make it bigger. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Number 4, sometimes painful things can teach us lessons that we didn't think we needed to know. You'll be stronger and wiser for going through it. It's okay to use a bookmark. Just don't forget to pick the book back up and move forward. Number 5, be thankful for what you are now and keep fighting for what you want to be tomorrow. That is how dreams become experiences and books have happy endings. In conclusion, I want to thank you, the class of 2018, St. Charles West High School, the City of St. Charles School District, and the St. Charles community for the honor of being a part of the Warrior family story these past 19 years. It leaves my own story full of good memories, a few laughs, and yes, some regrets. But it is my hope that St. Charles West has prepared not only the class of 2018, but all the classes that came before and all the classes that will come after, to write their own successful storylines, to give them the ability to not only find their plot outline, but also to make a difference to others along the way. For you, the class of 2018, may your next chapter be filled with exciting adventures, peace and love, and positive reviews. Make it a great story or not. The choice has always been yours. On behalf of myself and the faculty and staff of St. Charles West, congratulations to you, the class of 2018. Let's get started writing those stories.
Thank you, Dr. Fitterling. My name is Jeff Marion. I'm the Superintendent of Schools for the St. Charles School District for about 27 more days. So I'm glad you didn't applaud for that. That would be awkward. I do want to thank Mr. Vocal for his kind words. Certainly not so much about me, but I think it's so fitting the way you've made a very thoughtful commentary on Dr. Fitterling's stay at St. Charles West. She's certainly left an indelible mark, and it's something that's very rarely seen, that kind of longevity and success these days. So thank you, Dr. Fitterling, for all you've done. You can applaud that. I want to have the honor and privilege to introduce the stage guests who are here to help us honor this year's graduates. I'll start to my left. We have the Board of Education President, Mr. Josh Keene. On my right, we have Board Treasurer, Dr. Marita Malone. We have Board Member, Mr. Virgil Beer. And then from my administrative team at District Office, the Associate Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Dr. Danielle Tormala. Dr. Charles Brazil, Assistant Superintendent for Business and Technology. Mrs. Julie McClard, who is our Director of Special Ed and Student Services. And our Assistant Superintendent for HR and soon-to-be Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Jason Seifert. And I know you know Dr. Vocal and Mr. Edding, and you're going to hear from this special lady a little bit later. So I want to again thank you for being here. We've done a lot of honoring of other folks, as we should, but I want to personally thank you, graduates, for your hard work and for always making the City of St. Charles School District proud. It's always been an honor to work here, and it's always been one of my great joys in life to be able to say that I'm part of this district. So thank you, and I know you're going to make us proud.
Good afternoon. My name is Josh Keene, and I am the President of the Board of Education. On behalf of the Board of Education, I would like to congratulate each of the graduates here today. Whether you've been in the district for 1 year or your entire school experience, your teachers and administrators have done their best to reach each one of you to help you reach your full potential. They have also taught you not only the 3 R's, but also life lessons and experiences that will allow you to succeed in whatever it is that you do next. And now you are empowered. Each one of you empowered to make important decisions for your lives that will have lasting impacts. You could paraphrase a common phrase that says, with empowerment comes great responsibility. And we as a board are confident that each one of you is prepared for that responsibility. Of course, a school does not do this on its own. You each have been supported by family members, friends, and others. So as you celebrate, please take the time to thank them for believing in you and even pushing you, sometimes when you even didn't want to be pushed. We on the board want nothing but the best for each of you moving forward. So go, pursue your dreams today, do good deeds, and make us proud. Congratulations.
Where's my super suit? I put it in the drawer. It's not there. Why do you need to know? I need it. We've been planning this dinner for 2 months. But the public is in danger. My evening is in danger. You tell me where my super suit is, woman. We are talking about the greater good. The greater good? I am your wife. I am the greatest good you are ever gonna get. The greater good. What an interesting phrase. The greater good refers to doing something that probably will not benefit you, but will impact something much bigger than you. It's about coming into something and making it better before you leave. A lot of you are probably very familiar with this kind of selfless action. We have seen many examples of our students jumping in to serve the ones around us at St. Charles West. Many of our clubs run projects every semester to get us involved. This year, NHS and Key Club alone clocked a combined total of 2,038 service hours. Blood drives, food and clothing collections, and fundraisers for local organizations are common in our school. I think the instance that sticks out to me the most is our yearly fundraisers for St. Jude's Hospital in honor of Braylon French. We were the last class that Braylon was here for, and in her name, we will contribute to the greater good. In the moments that we look to the bigger picture, as a group, as a class, as a team, things change. When individuals come together to work on things that will not benefit them, but will serve others around them, the world becomes a better place. But what about when it doesn't? When we don't come together? When we only think of ourselves? Let's face it, our generation is often called entitled. And it's true. Really, when you boil it down, it's just selfishness. We tend to be a generation of selfish people. There have been thousands of innovations created solely to make our lives easier and to serve us. We forget how lucky we are to have these things, and it becomes very apparent in our complaining. Oh my God, Becky, the drive-thru at Starbucks took so long to give me my tall caramel frap. All I wanted was half skinny, half 1%, 2 shots decaf, 2 shots regular, extra cream, extra whip, extra ice, double cup, and an extra straw. And guess what? They only put like 16 pieces of ice in there. This is unbelievable. It's like they don't even know who I am. Dude, the Wi-Fi here isn't even working. How am I supposed to play Fortnite while Miss Wheel is teaching? Me and the boys were gonna drop at Tilted. The ladies love when I post #1 Victory Royale on my Snapchat story, bro. Netflix doesn't have this series, so I have to sit and watch all the commercials. Why do I have to watch 7 commercials that are exactly the same? Like hernia mesh? What even is hernia mesh? But I mean, if I can get compensation for it, put me under, doc. And honestly, I have never been pulled over. So these like little songs, you know the one. Traffic law counselors is where we go when the police hassle us. Go to 45bucks.com or just call 895-4040. They don't even apply to me, and they're probably not even real counselors. We complain about all the conveniences that we have when they become slightly less convenient. Why is that? It's because we feel like they waste our time. We tend to be a selfish generation, and I believe that we are the most selfish with our time. It seems like time is the one thing we are really not willing to share. What would it look like if we took the extra time that our modern conveniences give us and used it to serve the people around us? Acts of service to your community and other people don't have to be these big, grand gestures. It can just be 1 hour of serving in your community, 1 hour of helping out a family friend, one small act of kindness. Donating money to organizations is great, but the people around you probably don't want your money. No, I know some of you are probably thinking, speak for yourself, lady, but they want your time and your focus. Don't think that providing kindness to others doesn't matter. Those actions can change one person's world, and that in itself is contributing to the greater good. Class of 2018, we are about to emerge into the world. Some of us will go to college or trade school, some of us will go straight to work, and some of us will serve our country. Whatever you choose, I want to challenge you. Find your greater good. Give away some of your time. Work on transforming yourself from selfish to selfless. There are many organizations and clubs that would be better with you in it. You have the opportunity to touch and impact so many lives around you. It is my hope that you would all use these opportunities to benefit the greater good. Thank you, and congratulations, Class of 2018. We made it.
As the president of the class of 2018, it is my pleasure to introduce this year's commencement address speaker, Miss Amber Perkins. She is not only an amazing, passionate teacher in the classroom, but also an encouraging, supporting friend outside of it. The honor truly is all ours. Miss Perkins was born and raised right here in good old St. Charles, Missouri, where she attended Fort Zumwalt South High School. She then went on to Southeast Missouri State University, where she planned to make it big as a fashion merchandiser. Soon after her dad objected, which we here at St. Charles West are so thankful he did, she began her teaching career by earning her bachelor's degree in social studies education. She then arrived here at St. Charles West in 2007, making it her 11th year of teaching. Amazingly, simultaneously, she was working to earn her master's degree in education with an emphasis in character education, as well as a master's degree in psychology. Now Ms. Perkins is on the leadership committee here at St. Charles West. She is the social studies department chair, and she is also the beloved sponsor of National Honor Society. In her free time, Ms. Perkins enjoys shopping, reading, crafting, spending time with her sister, and fleeing as fast as she can to Florida in the summer to spend time with her parents. When I asked Ms. Perkins what she is most proud of, she said it was creating life with her high school sweetheart, now her husband of 8 years, Corey, and this she did 2.5 years ago when she brought her even sassier mini-me, Hattie Faye, into the world. Friends and family, please help me in welcoming Miss Amber Perkins.
Congratulations, class of 2018. You've accomplished so much this year, with more than $5 million in scholarships, over 2,000 volunteer hours, and of course about 92 detentions. Hey, at least you were under triple digits on that one. Anyway, we come to today and me delivering your commencement speech. I'm not gonna lie, I sat down to write this speech and I thought, Perkins, what profound advice could you possibly give these seniors? I mean, most days you have a hard enough time convincing your toddler it's a good idea to wear pants. Well, truth is, being philosophical is not my style, so I've decided to give you an assignment instead. I know. You must be thinking this isn't how high school works. We've already completed that crazy semester assignment of yours. Or you're the 35% thinking, I didn't take Psych 2 for a reason. You have weird assignments. Well, newsflash, you haven't left these doors just yet, which means I still have time to give you homework. So your assignment is called Book of Life Part 2. Here is my instruction packet. You can collect it as you leave today if you choose to accept my guidelines. Whether you're going to a 4-year or 2-year college, the military, tech school, or straight to work, the criteria for my final assignment fits all of you. You see, I want you to understand that your life is about to begin in a whole new way. Independence is knocking at your door, and now is the time to truly start thinking for yourself and find what makes you happy. Your parents, families, friends, myself, and fellow colleagues have helped guide you, but this is the point in your journey where you start to take some risks and learn to sink or swim on your own. Yes, we will be here to share advice and cheer you on, but for the most part, how you choose to live your life is up to you and you alone. Don't waste it. Which leads me to section number 1 of that Book of Life Part 2. Live your bucket list. Right now, your bucket list might fill a sand bucket. But once you experience life beyond these walls, I would like you to please aim for a 50-gallon drum bucket. Fill it with personal goals that are solely made up of things that make you happy. I'm talking stacking up a laundry list of things that fulfill your dreams to travel, volunteer, or even wrestle a bear. All I'm asking is that you do your very best to enjoy every moment. It sounds cliche, but it's so important for you to do everything that you can to live each day like it might be your last. Section 2, friends. Many of you hear this word and swear you have it covered. She is cray-cray. I already have 500 friends on Facebook, 300 Twitter followers, and have you seen mind my Insta traffic? Well, maybe I am a little crazy for this day and age, but my next challenge for you is to make face friends, not Facebook friends. Get out there and meet at least 4 new friends a year. I mean, really get to know them. Their passions, their fears, their talents, and hobbies. I want you to find out about the authentic them, not just the glamorous side that they want to show us on social media. Our current world is pulling away from interpersonal relationships, making everything a bit, well, superficial. Pick up the phone and call. Don't text. Don't snap them. Actually call them and meet them somewhere. Meet them somewhere and talk about art, food, books, fashion, politics. It doesn't matter. Just expand your thoughts and mind beyond the gossip and putting others down. Now, with that challenge out of the way, I'd like to point out a little reminder to friend me on Facebook. It's now legal. Section 3, value success. Don't just focus on your success. Be the cheerleader for others, not the Debbie Downer. Sorry, Mom, her name's Debbie, hates the phrase, but I digress. Build people up. Don't tear them down. If you were up for the same award, promotion, position, and you lose, don't find flaws in the person that got it. Find ways to improve yourself for next time. Life is full of setbacks and failures, but it's also full of wonder, providing us with those key moments that really keep us going. The true test of our character is how we embrace the hard times and turn them into small successes. Section 4, embrace the moment. Quick, let me get this picture. Okay. Ever been to that concert, event, party, graduation, wherever, and you spent more time searching for that perfect shot or selfie moment? Yeah, obviously, me too. But you know what? Research finds that we truly remember those awesome moments when we actually embrace them and experience them rather than pulling out that phone and snapping pictures. If you truly want to embrace the moment, embed it into your episodic memory, you want to write it down. Pull in all the details that made that moment special, exciting, terrifying, and so on. You will have a better chance of remembering the moment this way, rather than a bunch of ill-aligned selfies with your tongue hanging out or a duck face. And lastly, Section 5, risks. Take risks. Don't focus on the items that you only know the outcomes to. If you don't challenge yourself and take risks, do you really appreciate the reward? It's okay to fail. Take a moment and look at all these people here for you today. They are your support. They want you to succeed. They don't want you to quit. When a challenge or a risk in your life presents itself and the outcome isn't quite what is expected, they're going to catch you if you fall. Adulting isn't easy, but man, can you learn so much if you're willing to take the leap. Okay, so that's it. That's my assignment for you. Live your bucket list, make real friends, value success, embrace the moment, and take risks. Any questions? Oh, Emily, okay. Whoa, Emily, okay, just breathe, all right? Okay, you good? Okay, all right. The beauty of this assignment is that it's just a framework for your next chapter. It's never officially due, and how much it's worth is what you decide to put into your life. In kindergarten, you learn to make smart choices. The same applies for you today. I want you to leave this gym and start making your own choices. Whether they're smart choices or not, it's all a part of life's experiment. Feel empowered by your newfound independence and allow yourself to take risks, celebrate success, and build new friendships. Senior class of 2018, the first page of your Book of Life Part 2 starts today. Your life's journey allows you to be the author, editor, and illustrator of those pages. Never stop filling them up.
Finally, we have arrived at our last acts as warriors. In doing so, we would like to give back to our school visually and sentimentally. At this time, on behalf of the graduating class of 2018, I would like to introduce our class gift. The class gift is an object that we seniors present to our school as a token of our appreciation. This year, we have chosen to revamp the St. Charles West totem pole by arranging for a professional painter to repaint it. A totem pole is carved and raised to represent a family clan, its dignity, its accomplishments, its prestige, its adventures, its stories, and in this case, the Warrior family, and now the class of 2018. In particular, this falcon-headed pole, which has seen exactly 20 years this year of wear and tear, stands more than 20 feet tall outside the Steve Stahl football stadium, and now shines more brightly than ever, epitomizing this Warrior family. Fellow graduates, we made it, and without a hitch. Well, maybe not without a hitch. It's been a long time coming, with many failures, losses, missed alarms, and retakes. We thought this day would never come. I remember riding to school with my brother Benjamin, a senior at the time, on the first day of sophomore year. He turned to me and said, "Audrey, don't blink, because if you do, you'll be at the first day of your senior year." Graduates, we've passed our first day, our last day, and every day in between. It's graduation day. We're here. We have fire in our eyes, and soon our pride, joy, and dreams will be in our grasp. Literally. We finished those quizzes, tests, EOCs, and all of those dreaded finals. We can breathe. The tassel was definitely worth the hassle. Through all of the ups and the downs of these past 4 years, I think I can speak for all of us when I say we've definitely made some lasting memories here. Whether that be the quadratic equation song Miss Bouchon taught us, LV's cute or sometimes creepy animal pictures between every slide of her presentations, writing on a hoverboard in Miss Reisinger's physics class, blowing things up in science with Miss Miller, having Gigi dress up like historical characters, or maybe what you'll remember is what Miss Perkinson told us not to do at a dance to keep our class. Or maybe it was none of those things. Maybe you're taking great friendships with you, or you've learned something that has inspired you to choose the path that you'll take for the rest of your life. Maybe the teachers you saw every morning and afternoon for the last 720 some odd school days will stay with you in your mind in college when you take that first final or sit down in your first interview. And maybe it was advice you'll never forget from people along the way, like Miss Wheel's advice: don't let fear stop you from accomplishing your dreams. Class of 2018, don't let anyone stop you from dreaming too big, including yourself. When you're thinking about your future and what you can do, don't think about the obligation, think about the opportunity. You made it this far. You earned this. This is your day. And it's been a long time coming. We made it. Congratulations, 2018 graduates.
The class of 2018 recorded many accomplishments during their 4 years at St. Charles West, both academically and in co-curricular activities. Here are their class statistics. The class of 2018 earned approximately $5.3 million in scholarship money. This class has 5 Bright Flight recipients. These students scored a 30 or above on the ACT. Would these students please stand as I call your name? Abby Anderson. Sam Bauman. Emily Dang. Grace Honey. John Overton. Fourteen individuals are graduating with a perfect unweighted score of a 4.0 GPA. Please stand as I call your name and remain standing. Abby Anderson. Sam Bauman. Emily Dang. Jessica Gaddy. Jordan Gibson. Kevin Higgins. Sam Ho. Grace Honey. Maddie Keel. Maggie Miller. Audrey Pato. Rachel Prickett. Landon Quarles. Eric Richards. Okay. One student is graduating with 4 years of perfect attendance. This student has attended approximately 704 days without an absence. Sean Harvey, please stand in order that we may congratulate you. The class of 2018 has 48 seniors who have earned designation as cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude. 23 students are graduating with cum laude designation. These students are graduating with a cumulative GPA of 3.6 and 6 semesters of advanced placement or college-level courses, or a 3.7 cumulative GPA and no advanced placement or college-level courses. Would these students please stand? Seventeen students are graduating with magna cum laude designation. These students are graduating with a cumulative GPA of a 4.0 and 4 semesters of advanced college or college-level courses, or a 3.8 cumulative GPA with 8 semesters of advanced placement or college-level courses. Would these students please stand? Eight students are graduating with summa cum laude designation. These students are graduating with a cumulative GPA of 4.1 and 10 semesters of advanced placement or college-level courses. Would these students please stand? "55% of the class of 2018 qualified for A+ designation. 86% of the class is furthering their education in a technical school, community college, or 4-year university. 4% are headed to a military branch. Will our students going into a military branch please stand? And would our veterans in the audience please stand with them in order that we may recognize your service? 3% of the class are joining the workforce, and 7% as June 1st were undecided. We're here Monday. Let us know. I also would like to recognize the many graduates who contributed to the excellence of our extracurricular activities. Graduates, if you were a scholar athlete, scholar performer, participated or attended any extracurricular activity or event during your 4 years at St. Charles West, please stand. Everybody. Distinguished members of the Board of Education, it is my pleasure to present to you these candidates who have fulfilled all necessary requirements set forth by the School District of the City of St. Charles and the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. It is with honor that the faculty of St. Charles West High School recommends the awarding of these diplomas to these 148 young ladies and gentlemen.
Audrey Aaron Pado, Class President, graduating summa cum laude. Emily Catherine Novelli, Class Vice President, graduating magna cum laude. Taylor Lynn Stone, Class Secretary. Abigail Joy Anderson, graduating magna cum laude. Kaylin Michelle Adams. Hope Elizabeth Affleck, graduating cum laude. Isabel Sophia Ahart. Jeffrey Robert Alexander. Matthew David Anderson, graduating cum laude. Zakijah S. Barton. Samuel Contrim Bauman, graduating magna cum laude. Nicholas Ryan Bazell. Cody Blaine Blackwell. Allison Rose Block, graduating magna cum laude. Kenneth Beckman. Grant Russell Bowders, graduating cum laude. Noreen Elizabeth Bowman, graduating magna cum laude. Miranda Diane Brees, graduating cum laude. Ariel Simone Brown, graduating magna cum laude. Courtney Rose Brown, graduating magna cum laude. Drake Allen Buckholes. Fallon Delaney Buffa. Brandon William Carbre, graduating magna cum laude. Justin David Carlson. Kyla Dawn Carpenter. Andrew Walker Chafin, graduating magna cum laude. Bailey Ruth Clotfelter, graduating summa cum laude. Joshua Dylan Koibian, graduating cum laude. Olivia Rose Colby. Weedlin Pierre Goldman, graduating cum laude. Chloe Marie Colette. Austin James Robert Collins. Maya Lee Conrad. Hunter Elizabeth Cordy Wood, graduating cum laude. Renee Catherine Dean. Guadalupe Melgajaro Delgato. Emily Dang, graduating summa cum laude. Mackenzie Ann DePriest. Michaela Diane DePriest, graduating cum laude. Jack Ryan DeKemper. Mackenzie Nicole Divine Lomax. Alyssa Marie Douglas. Peyton Jane Douglas, graduating cum laude. Jacob Isaiah Drew Lowry, graduating cum laude. Taylor Marie Dudley. Isabella Angelica Estes, graduating cum laude. Daniel Estrada. Nicole Michelle Estrada. Sarah Ann Farr, graduating cum laude. Riley Ann Forster. Ronnie Adam Foster III. Amanda Marie Fowler, graduating cum laude. Mr. Berkeley, Mr. Frank is not here today. Haley Leah Fox. Matthew Joseph Frazier, graduating cum laude. Jessica Marie Gaddy. Michaela Renee Goulson. Caleb Christopher Gibbs. Jordan Andrew Gibson. Harley Stephen Cornelius Glenzer. Williams Flores Gomez II. Rhiannon Jade Gonzalez, graduating cum laude. Bailey Kristen Griffiths, graduating cum laude. Michael Timothy Higgenhoff. Monica Cheyenne Hancock, graduating cum laude. Reginald Leon Harris, Jr. Sean Matthew Harvey. Madison Marie Heddy. Brandon Hernandez Monroy. Joseph Paskey Higgins. Kevin Joseph Higgins, graduating magna cum laude. Sam Ho, graduating summa cum laude. Grace Elizabeth Honey, graduating summa cum laude. Michael Kevin Hauska. Bailey Michelle Hughes. Michaela Shea Humble. Destiny Aaliyah Jackson. Cameron Lee Jett. Trinity Renee Johnson. Braden James Jolliffe. Sabrin Aliyah Jones, graduating cum laude. Tyrese Donnell Jones. Madison Claire Keel, graduating summa cum laude. Matthew David Kaiser. Samantha Nicole Kinnaman. Jordan Taylor Clegus, graduating cum laude. Tristan Joshua Lattimore. Kendra Marie Long. Zoe Isabel Lott. Diana Marie Lund, graduating cum laude. Cameron Rose Mace, graduating magna cum laude. Sierra Anne Marie Majors. Samantha Lynn Mayer. Sarah Jessica Malincrot, graduating magna cum laude. Brendan Lee Marshall. Benjamin Patrick McCune. Trevor Nolan McGraw. Samantha K. McMurtry, graduating cum laude. Madison Nathaniel Myers. Ashley Marie Miller, graduating cum laude. Maggie Elizabeth Miller, graduating cum laude. Christopher Michael Motlin II. Garrett Stephen Money. Darius Jamal Morrison. Tommy Lee Neville. Brendan Thomas Nowak, graduating magna cum laude. Gregory L. O'Connor. Samantha Joy Odell. Cole Thomas O'Laughlin. Leobardo Jesus Ortiz. Daniel Overton, graduating magna cum laude. Allison Michelle Papin, graduating summa cum laude. Emma Eleanor Payne, graduating summa cum laude. Bailey Reese Phelps. Rihanna Lynn Presley. Rachel Elodie Prickett, graduating magna cum laude. Landon William Quarles. Eric Randall Richards. Jasmine Marie Riley. Brandon Patrick Robinson. Nicholas Blaine Robnett. Riley Ann Roseman. Valerie Yahira Sandoval. Morgan Ashley Shade. Jacob Henry Schwartz. Nicholas Stephen Sharp. Daniel Christopher Small. Stephen George Sollers. Zarian Patrick Michael Stadler. Dennis Lee Struckfuss II. Melanie Kate Stump. David Ivan Sweda. John Anthony Tabacki. Kartik Mahesh Kumar Thakur. Alan Leroy Tinker Jr. Melanie Andrea Turner. Rachel Ann Van Winkle, graduating magna cum laude. Dalton Dean Vining. Levi Bradley Verdon. Nathan Jeffrey Wacker, graduating magna cum laude. Brendan Eric Richard Warnack. Delma Jean Watson III. Faith Shaughnessy Webb. Greg Savon Weston. Jeanette Loretta Zeisler, graduating magna cum laude. Ladies and gentlemen, St. Charles West High School, class of 2018.
Graduates, please rise. Family and friends, I am pleased to present to you the St. Charles West High School class of 2018. Graduates, you may turn your tassels to signify your graduation.
Graduates and guests, if you please be seated. At this time, we ask that all guests remain seated until those on the dais and the graduates have recessed from the gymnasium. At the conclusion of the recessional, guests may meet and congratulate their graduates in the Upper Commons area immediately to my left. On behalf of the School District of the City of St. Charles, its Board of Education, Administration, and St. Charles West High School, thank you for the honor of your attendance this afternoon. Congratulations, class of 2018. No, don't go away. Carberry. Thank you very much.